The crystal chandeliers of the Grand Plaza Hotel shone brightly, but Emily was only focused on one thing. Tonight was the night. Her boyfriend, Jason, had promised a surprise that would change everything. Emily smoothed her navy dress. She wasn't rich like the other guests. She was just an assistant at Aurum, the city's top jewelry firm. Jason, the sales manager, stood on stage next to the CEO. He looked handsome in his tuxedo. He winked at her. Emily's heart raced. She expected a proposal. Instead, the music stopped. Jason tapped the microphone. His voice was cold. He announced that a tragedy had occurred. The prototype of their newest necklace, valued at $250,000, was missing. He pointed a finger straight at Emily. He asked security to check her bag. The room went silent. The crowd parted, leaving Emily alone in a circle of judgment. She felt hundreds of eyes staring at her. She stammered that she was innocent. Jason didn't listen. He told her to stop making a scene. With shaking hands, Emily opened her small purse. Inside, wrapped in a tissue, something sparkled. It was the platinum necklace. Emily gasped. She cried out that she didn't do it. She told Jason she had been with him all night. Jason shook his head sadly. He said she had been by the safe alone. He told the crowd that she had betrayed his trust. He fired her on the spot and said the police were on their way. It was a setup, a perfect trap. Jason had been embezzling money for months, and now he was framing Emily to cover his tracks. Two massive guards grabbed her arms. The humiliation burned like fire. Emily closed her eyes, waiting for the handcuffs. Suddenly, a deep voice cut through the air. It said one word: enough. The guards froze. From the shadows emerged Damien Blackwood, the owner of the entire company, the man they called the Beast because of his ruthless nature. Damien walked between Emily and Jason. He didn't look at her. He looked at Jason with eyes like ice. Jason tried to smile. He said they had just caught the thief. Damien interrupted him. He said there was no thief. The necklace wasn't stolen. The crowd murmured in confusion. Jason looked pale. He asked what Damien meant. Damien turned to Emily. For the first time, she saw a flicker of warmth in his stormy eyes. He announced to the entire room that the necklace was in Emily's bag because he had put it there. It was an engagement gift. The room gasped. Jason nearly choked. Damien stepped closer to Emily. He took her trembling hand. His grip was strong and safe. He declared that Emily was his fiancée. He said they had kept it a secret to avoid office politics. But since Jason had decided to harass his future wife, it was time to end the charade. Damien ordered security to escort Jason out. He suspended him immediately for financial irregularities. As Jason was dragged away screaming, Damien offered Emily his arm. He whispered to her to keep walking and not to faint. They left the hotel and entered his black limousine. The moment the doors closed, the silence was heavy. Emily asked why he had saved her. He didn't even know her. Damien sighed, looking tired. He said he knew everything. He knew she did all the work while Jason took the credit. He knew Jason was stealing from the company. He needed proof, and tonight, Jason gave it to him. Emily asked if this was just a game. Damien said it was a necessity. The press would eat her alive if they didn't keep up the lie. He told her she had to live with him for 2 weeks. It was for her protection. And, he added, he needed her help to decipher Jason's cooked books. Emily felt a surge of anger at Jason, but gratitude toward Damien. She agreed. She wanted revenge. Before we see how they take Jason down, hit that like button if you hate cheaters. Now, back to the story. Living in Damien's mansion was strange. It was a cold, modern fortress of glass and steel. For the first few days, they were like strangers. Emily worked on the documents, finding proof of every dollar Jason stole. One night, during a storm, Emily found Damien in the kitchen. The billionaire was eating cereal, looking defeated by the coffee machine. She laughed. It was the first time the tension broke. She made him a grilled cheese sandwich. They sat on the floor, eating and talking. Not about business, but about life. Damien admitted he was lonely. He told her his father had been betrayed by a partner, which was why he trusted no one. Emily looked at him and saw the man behind the beast. She told him he wasn't broken, just guarded. Over the next week, the lines blurred. When they appeared in public, Damien's hand on her waist felt real. His protective glare at anyone who approached her wasn't acting. Emily realized she was falling for the man she was supposed to be pretending with. The day of the board meeting arrived. Jason was there, smug and confident, ready to lie his way out. But Emily walked in with her head high. She slammed a folder on the table. It contained bank transfers, emails, and video footage of Jason planting the necklace in her bag. Jason lunged at her, screaming. Damien moved faster than lightning. He slammed Jason against the wall. His voice was a low growl. He told Jason that if he ever touched his fiancée again, he would destroy him. The police took Jason away. Justice was served. That night, Emily packed her bags. The deal was over. She walked downstairs. Damien was staring out the window. She thanked him for saving her. Damien didn't turn around. He pointed to an envelope on the table. A bonus check for her services. Emily's heart shattered. She realized she had hoped for more. She whispered that she didn't want his money. She left the check and walked out into the rain. 2 months passed. Emily opened a small art restoration shop. She tried to forget Damien. She tried to forget how safe she felt in his arms. One rainy afternoon, the shop bell rang. A deep voice said he had something broken that needed fixing. Emily froze. She turned around. Damien stood there, soaked to the bone. He wasn't holding a broken vase. He looked at her with desperate eyes. He said the broken thing was him. He stepped closer. He told her that his house was just a pile of concrete without her. He said he had been a fool to let her go. He thought he was doing her a favor, that he was too dark for her light. But he was wrong. He took her face in his hands. He confessed that the engagement was a lie, but his love was real. He asked her to give the beast a chance. Emily didn't speak. She kissed him. It was a kiss full of longing and promise. Damien held her tight. He swore he would never let her go again. 6 months later, they returned to the Grand Plaza Hotel. But this time, it wasn't a fake engagement. It was their wedding reception. When Damien looked at Emily, the whole world faded away. They had started with a lie, fought through a betrayal, and found a truth that would last a lifetime. Karma had struck Jason down, but for Emily, it had brought her a king. If you believe in happy endings, subscribe to our channel. We share stories of justice and love every day. See you in the next video.